Hey guys, Jeremy Locke here again with another survival tip. Today I'm going to be talking about packing your 72-hour go bag, but this principle can be used to be packing any sort of bag that you're going to be packing. So what we have here is we have all of our items that we're going to place within our bag already laid out. We've made a list of the items that we need, we've procured them, and we've checked them all off and we've laid them in a logical sequence so we know where they are and how we're going to put them in the bag. What I like to do is I like to separate stuff by like items. So over here we have kind of our medical area, we have our water, we have our food, we have shelter and clothes, and then we have other essentials such as lighting, gloves, that type of stuff. And right here I have all of these plastic bags that I'm used to waterproof. So there's two key elements that I like to use when I pack a bag. Number one is to waterproof everything, and number two is I like to put light stuff low and heavy stuff high. I'm gonna go ahead and start waterproofing it, and I will extract a few items from each of these piles based on stuff that I want to have accessible to me when I'm on the go, so I don't have to unpack my entire rucksack to get in there to get some delicious Jif to go peanut butter. So I wanna make sure that's accessible for me. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull a few things out. I will take my important documentation, which will go into waterproofing here as well. This is going to be somewhere accessible. And then on the side of that, I'm going to have a couple quick little go snacks and some water. Be separate there with that. And then I will also have a knife and a light source. To me, this is a good little set of accessible items that I'll make it easy to get to because I might need them. Now what I'll do is I'll go ahead and I'll start packing the rest of this stuff, separating as much as possible, but making sure that it's waterproof. So I'll just start with the food. The food is lightweight, it's freeze dried, but you're gonna need a lot of food when you're moving, so it is kind of one of the heavier items. I'll take my bug spray and my hand sanitizer, I'll make that accessible as well. And I'll put all this stuff inside of here. Just make sure that this stuff is waterproofed. And then I'll add a few more little water things in here with the medical. So now I know that if I need to get a hold of any of my medical stuff, or if I need to get into my life straw, some iodine tablets, it's in this bag with my medical supplies. So next I'll move into my sleeping bag and clothing items. Make sure that this is in a better waterproof bag because this stuff definitely needs to stay dry. It's gonna keep you warm, and when this stuff gets wet, it gets super heavy. So you're trying to save weight as well. Stuff will go in here. I have that. And then I have these extra little items here. Larger bag, that's fine. Whatever you got, whatever you use. I'll put my gloves, another light source, and these cool little Wi-Fi pucks. Put them in there. All right, so now that I got everything waterproofed, I'm gonna go with the concept of light low and heavy high. This one is cool because it has this convenient little opening down here that lets you access your sleeping bag or whatever objects you're gonna put down here. I recommend putting your sleeping bag and some extra clothing in the bottom. You're gonna get to it preferably one time a day when you're going to bed at night, or if you need to change your clothes so you know where it's at and you have a separate little area to access it. So you take it, make sure it's in this watertight bag, bundle it up, stick it down in here, stuff it in, and go ahead and zip that up. Making sure that you do not mess up the plastic to let water in. So now I'll go ahead and stand it up, and now I'm gonna move and put another light object in there. So this is relatively light here. Ball it up, pack it down. I'll move on. This is probably my next lightest, so I'll put that in there. And then when I start getting into the heavier items, I want the heavier items to be on top. What this does is when you're actually carrying this bag and you have it on your shoulders, you want the lighter stuff lower on your back and you want to actually get the heavier weight as high up on your shoulders. It's going to let you walk farther and it's going to not fatigue you as much. So it is a big difference if you are very deliberate about the way you pack your bags. We have these extra little items here that I want to be able to get to quickly. So I'll throw these in our little plastic bag since I have one. Now I know my light source, my hand sanitizer, my extra bit of protein, all that stuff is in this little bag here on the top. Go ahead and pack that in. And then I have my important documentation. That's gonna go up here as well. This way, if I run into any checkpoints, I get to the port and I need to show my passport to get off. If there was a disaster, I have all that stuff very easily accessible. And then this bag's pretty cool. It has little spots for water, so I can throw my water on the sides. You're gonna be getting at water and food a lot, especially if you're moving long distances. You're gonna make sure you stay hydrated. So now that I have all that stuff up there, my go bag is packed. Remember the key principles when packing your go bag. We did it on a 72-hour go bag, but this can be applied to any bag that you pack. Pack light stuff low, heavy stuff high. It's gonna distribute the weight along your back when you're moving out in distances. Make sure you waterproof everything. You don't want the stuff getting wet, getting ruined, and also getting heavy, because when you start walking distances, this stuff will start getting heavy and start hurting your shoulders. And the last thing is to make sure that you put items in certain spots very deliberately inside of your bag. You wanna know where they're at, you wanna know how to quickly get to them, you want to be able to get to the stuff that you're gonna use more often, instead of having to open up your entire bag just to get a protein bar or something out. So, thank you again for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and be on the lookout for some more survival tips.